Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today is a Windows tour for you guys. So anybody who've gotten into the Windows 10 operating system, this is your Windows 10 tour video. So every time we boot up the computer now, we end up at the desktop, which is something everybody wanted back. They wanted more of the Windows 7 feel with the enhancements, right? And so that's what Microsoft has more or less given us, right? Although I think they have a few more updates to do because they also have a few bugs. One of the bugs is simply, if I want to take one of my movie files and create a video for YouTube, because that's what I do, okay, I used to be able to just drag and drop a file onto Movie Maker, and it would fire up the program, stick it in there, and then I'd add in my intro, my outro, do my editing, blah, blah, blah. Well, now I can't do my drag and drop. So now I actually have to launch the program first, then I got to find the video that I want to go in there, and then I can drag and drop, and then drag and drop my other stuff in as normal. So, kind of sucks. At least, even Windows 8 still allowed me to drag and drop, right? But this one, no, not going to let me. So I think they need to have an update fix for drag and drop capabilities and get that straightened out. But otherwise, not bad, okay? I like the file organization. The way they've done the folders now, very, very nice. Folders are well presented, looks good. Even the coloration and everything in the color scheme in the palette is very nicely done with Windows 10. With Windows 10, I found this much better than even Windows 7 was. You know, so that's like a nice improvement. I like that. You know, really good. Anyway, so we now have this PC instead of my computer. I guess everybody got tired of my computer. I guess you could rename it if you wanted to anyways. I'm sure you could. You know, can we? Yes, we can. We can call it anything we want. So anyways, in here, of course, your D drive, your C drive, your CD-ROM, blah, blah, blah. You know, the usual stuff you're used to every day. I mean, this thing is really well organized, you know. My D drive, of course, I have a shortcut to. Documents area, I don't even leave stuff in documents because it goes to my C drive. I save everything to my D drive because it's a completely separate hard drive altogether. It keeps my stuff safe and secure. Now let's talk about browsers. Okay, Microsoft Edge, the new browser. This thing is actually kind of neat. Goes edge to edge on your screen. You know, so let's go somewhere. Let's go to YouTube. We can't reach this page. Oh, I spelt it wrong, that's why. Look at that. YouTube. There we go. Ha, there. Spelling mistakes happen when you're in a rush. So everything is definitely edge to edge here. I can agree, right? You can agree. Kind of neat, you know, not bad. That looks like a scary video to watch. This is why you shouldn't cheat. Oh, we don't want to watch that. Anyways, so pretty quick as far as the browsing part goes. It's really not bad. Let's go to some of my favorites in here. This is Indigy's website. Kabam! That's pretty quick. You know, it's definitely got some speed to it. You know, for browsing wise, websites. Boom, pretty quick. Hey, is that in stock yet? Huh. Ooh. In stock, awesome. I gotta order that as soon as I get some money. I want to put that on my SCX10 this winter. Anyway, so you can just go boom, 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 Proline Racing. It's fairly quick browser, not bad. However, Edge has the same problem as Internet Explorer. I can't upload to YouTube, so I use Google Chrome. And Google Chrome, I've using the same version. It's OS 10 friendly for Windows 10. You know, great hobbies, boom. Asia Tees, boom. T-Mart, boom. Amazing RC Store. This one usually takes a little bit, but not now. Boom. OS 10 is really nice. I'm really liking it. Each Buyer, another website I deal with. They got lots of cool stuff. Let's see, where else can we go here? Let's go to my other favorites list. I got a lot of favorites list. My weather from my city, boom. Instantaneous stuff, gotta love it. Gear Best, reasonably quick. YKS batteries from Banggood, reasonably quick. So they're about, in competition, they're about the same sort of speed, plus or minus a millisecond or two between Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge, you know. Now, searching the web in Windows, you can search the web in Windows here if you wanted to. I haven't really played around with that much. Here's our Metro interface back with our apps, but we don't have the main interface like we did with Windows 8 and 8.1, which pissed everybody off. You know, now it's hidden away, and it stays hidden away in here. I haven't found a way to, you know, do a complete desktop flip of that. You know, you used to be able to use the Windows key. Well, now you use the Windows key and it pops up. So it's nice and hidden and out of your way. So I guess Microsoft did listen to people. I haven't added any apps to this area yet, but I do like this. Go to all apps down here in the corner, and all your apps that are in this list are here, and all in alphabetical order. It's like sick. I love this. You know, it's like, that is really super nice. You know, the layout is very appealing, you know, very eye-catching. You know, so somebody really, you know, thought things out when they did this, you know. Now, this is something different. Settings, basic settings, update. I want to talk to you about this recovery thing too. For the first 30 days, you get to play with Windows 10 before it becomes permanent resident of your computer. Okay, because it says right here, this option is only available for a month after you upgrade to Windows 10. Now, I don't have a touch screen, which is kind of nice. I hate touch screens. They drive me nuts. You know, it's one thing on a tablet or a phone, but on a computer, has no place for me. My wife has a computer with a touch screen on it, and it, well, it actually drives her nuts every time I come in and I touch it, because I forget, right? And I screw up her screen on her, so I gotta, like, stay away from her computer. Anyways, so you only get 30 days, and after that it's a permanent resident of your computer, so you can't go backwards after that, apparently. What that entails, I have no idea. So I don't know if you can reformat your drive and go back to Windows 7 or Vista or 8, whatever you had, or if it just locks out the BIOS or something, who knows. No idea. I really could care less, because I actually am starting to really appreciate and adore Windows 10 now. When I initially installed Windows 10, it was I already had Windows 7 on my computer, and I hadn't reloaded my computer in almost a year. I mean, I'm terrible, but I'm doing YouTube every single day. I don't have time to mess around with reloading my computer, and it's been acting fine, so why should I worry, right? And that's how a lot of us mentally think. Well, maybe we should start thinking more first. I know I'm going to start doing things more often now, taking, you know, a day off to just, you know, reformat and reload my comp, because what happened was I did the OS 10 install, and not only did it slug me right down, but it also prevented me from being able to make a backup of OS 10. And I'm like, oh great, after 30 days I'm screwed, now what? You know, so I uninstalled it, told Microsoft, the OS kind of sucks. It's a little on the slow side, and I can't make a backup. And everywhere I searched on the internet, every Dell owner has the same problem right now, and I'm sure probably some non-Dell owners too are going to have the same problem with not being able to make that backup drive, right? Especially if your OS has not been reloaded in a long time on your computer. So anyways, I thought, you know what? I'm going back to 7. 7 was still sluggy now all of a sudden, worse than ever. And I'm like, oh man, no way. So I reformatted, reload, and I got the icon back to reserve my copy again, which came up within like 10 minutes to download, and I could reinstall. And I thought, you know what? Just for giggles, because I know I got 30 days, I can reformat endlessly. I'm going to put 10 back in, and I did, and it's just like a whole new life. You know, but I had to do my Windows 7, had to do every single painstaking update, you know, until that notification icon would even show on my computer for the Windows 10. And then I reinstalled Windows 10, and it's running super fast, super clean, no problems, hassle-free. I've even uploaded a few videos to YouTube since with Google Chrome, because I still can't use Microsoft Edge for that. It doesn't like it. You know, for some reason. So hey, forget it, whatever, I'll stick with Google anyways. I prefer Google Chrome for my browser. But anyway, so everything's nice and smooth, so I like Windows 10. I was also then able to make my backup drive, because I have a freshly loaded OS. I installed 10, it's fresh and clean, no corruption anywhere in my computer, no fragmented anything. And so, you know, because you have to defrag your hard drive once in a while, and so everything's smooth as glass. And I was able to make my my recovery disk for Windows 10. So now I'm safe and secure, which is awesome. Anyways, and I'm going to show you about how to get to making that too, just so you're aware and how to do it. Recovery though, activation, of course, my Windows is already activated. Windows 10 Pro, you will get a different version of Windows depending on where you started. I had Windows 7 Professional, so I get the Windows 10 Professional. If you have a, Windows Vista this or that, or Windows 7 this or that, you'll get a Windows 10 this or that, I guess. I guess that's how they're going to work it, because my wife had a little different version of Windows 10 on her computer, because she had a different Windows, I think it was 8 hers came with. Yeah, it was 8 hers came with. So anyways, things will change that way. Windows Defender. Now, to get to your regular control panels, while you're in here, just type in control. Okay, you don't even have to type in the whole word because it brings up a whole list. And I want the control panel, right? Boom, there's my control panel, right? Windows Update, oh, where'd it go? Back here, there we go. So Device Manager, System, etc. It's all the same as it always was on Windows 7, Windows 8, and so on. To get into this, you would have the same stuff accessible. So that has not changed. You just get to it a little differently. Okay, so let's do that again for you. So you're in Settings, right? So let's start out again. Go here, click on Settings, boom, right? Control. Okay, control panel, boom, it's here. Now, you want to click on recovery here. Create a recovery drive is what you want to do. Once you do that, it'll start doing its thing. And of course, you have to have at least a 16 gig stick in your computer, okay, USB stick, that is completely clean, because it is going to format it on you. So I went out and I just bought a brand new 16 gig stick and whopper in there, and it formats it for me the proper way it needs to, and it creates a recovery drive for the computer for OS 10, and we're back up and normal again. So that is cool. And anyway, so that's all done. Network and internet, these are different settings and stuff. Data usage, airplane mode, dial-up, Ethernet, proxies, and so on. Different devices. If you have Bluetooth and whatnot, I actually have a Bluetooth in my computer now, and so on. So overall, I'd say it's a pretty good OS. I like the all apps, it's all alphabetical. That's nice. You'll appreciate that too. It's easy to get at. Go back, and you got some basics here, right? Power, sleep, shutdown, and restart. Not too bad. File Explorer. Get in through there. Boom, boom, boom. Get into here. Now another way to get into that recovery thing too is this PC. Actually, my wife showed me how to do this once. I wonder if I can do it. Or do I even need to bother showing you this? This PC, desktop, no, this PC. Guess not. Oh, there we go, had to be on computer. System properties. And then, this is the long way around, by the way, just so that you know. I think it was, yeah, control panel home, and then into recovery. So that's like the long way around, It's like so simple. Just go here, go to settings. Hit there, and then hit recovery. And then you can make your recovery drive after Windows 10 is done. Just click create a recovery drive. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward, easy. The whole layout is very nice, very well done. I really, like I said, I'm really liking this. They have this, little notification center here, which is kind of cool. Calendar is really nice, love that. Volume level. I can get in also to my internet stuff here too. So it's kind of a really nice setup. My battery tells me it's fully charged or 100%. Battery saver mode, of course, I have turned off. But I think overall it's a pretty good operating system. It seems to be very quick. I even run programs like Adobe Audition for doing some of my music files with. And very, very smooth, no hiccups anywhere, nothing. So even though it's a large operating system, it's not chewing a ton load of resources. Its memory management capabilities seem to be pretty solid so far. So for a very new released operating system that's only had maybe about a half a dozen updates so far in the last week, I mean, it's doing really good. You know, it really is. And it's had no issues with any of my other programs yet that I've been running, that I've had running on Windows 7. It's been great. And, you know, and like I said, that, you know, you have to reformat your computer clean first, reinstall your stock OS of Windows 7 or Vista or 8, and then jump into 10 after all those updates are done. And you'll have a much better experience with Windows 10, and you'll also be able to back up your Windows 10 operating system. But, and like I said, check out that video I have on the one for Dell computer owners. It could apply to you as well if you're not a Dell user. I love my Dell computers, but, you know, not everybody in the world runs a Dell, right? And many different people are going to have different problems initially with OS 10, and you know, so there's going to be some straightening out that needs to be done. At least I found the fix for us Dell people that I can guarantee it on this particular Dell machine, but it will probably work for all of them anyways. You know, it's a pretty basic common sense thing to do, but, you know. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much wraps this video up for your tour of Windows 10. I may have forgotten a few things, which is possible. It does happen, but I wanted to give you guys a basic idea of how things are working, how fast things are, and my experience with it so far. And I'm actually, to be honest, I'm really loving this operating system. So anyways, we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.